But I mean, for sure, I'm stronger in wrestling, and she's stronger in striking. So I guess if you can call that a weakness, that would
Feels good. I mean, I listened to so many people talking like throughout this whole tournament. It's nice to.
Cornelia Holm stepped into the PFL Europe semi-final with all the confidence in the world. The Swedish veteran had been vocal in the lead-up, claiming she was better than her British opponent, Dakota Ditcheva. Those were bold words against an undefeated fighter with a perfect 8-0 record.
Come on in.
Down the fence.
Oh, we're ready.
So long and rangy.
Put away.
Oh!
Yeah.
But as we've seen time and time again in combat sports, the cage doesn't lie. And Dakota Ditcheva made sure Holm's mouth was shut in the most definitive way possible.
That in her last fight, scored a beautiful takedown and a rear naked choke in the first round. I can't think of a bigger talent in women's MMA right now.
What unfolded in Paris wasn't just a fight, it was a masterclass in why you should never count out a true finisher. Ditcheva, the 25-year-old Manchester native, had been pegged as the favorite from day one of the PFL Europe tournament, and she showed exactly why.
Come here! With your face. That's good. That's good. That's good. Come here. Let's come. Come here.
The fight began with Holm implementing her game plan perfectly. She secured an early takedown and looked to grind out the type of wrestling-heavy performance that had gotten her to the semifinals. But Ditcheva wasn't having any of it. Round after round, the British striker showcased her versatility, defending takedowns, landing brutal knees in the clinch, and slowly but surely taking control of the fight. Then came the moment that silenced every doubter in the building.
For me, there's a first place and then everyone else lost. For me, that's my mindset. I want to finish 30, 60, It's been done. Like, you don't have to lose. I just take things one at a time. I've done that my whole career. I've never looked like too far ahead. Once I get in that cage, there's just a switch that happens. Every opponent I fight will try to strike and then try and take me down.
Midway through the third round, Ditcheva uncorked a picture-perfect left hand to the body, the same shot she jokes about dropping her brother with in training. Holm crumpled to the canvas, her body seizing up from the liver shot. But Ditcheva wasn't done. As Holm tried to recover, a flush left hand to the jaw sent her crashing down for good. The finish was so brutal, so sudden, that even the follow-up head kick that narrowly missed seemed like an act of mercy.
Oh!
The power. Dakota Ditcheva with the third round finish.
The referee had seen enough and stepped in to wave it off. TKO victory for Dakota Ditcheva. With this dominant performance,
What makes this victory even more impressive is the way Ditcheva handled the pressure and the pre-fight talk. While Holm was busy running her mouth, Ditcheva was quietly preparing to do what she does best: finish fights. This wasn't just another win for the British phenom, this was a statement. 7 knockouts in 9 fights. 5 first-round finishes. These are just statistics. They're a warning to everyone else in the division. The aftermath tells you everything you need to know about Dakota Ditcheva's mindset. When asked about the finish, she was matter-of-fact. I drop my brother with it all the time, so I'm not surprised she went down. And her assessment of Holm's grinding style? Brutally honest. She's boring. You want to see a fight, right?
Dakota Ditcheva. It is the talk of town. It's the talk of Europe. It's trying to be the talk of the world.
This hype train stops for nobody.
She's got it on Ditcheva!
But here's the most telling part of this story. Cornelia Holm hasn't been seen in professional fighting since that devastating knockout. That's the power of a truly dominant performance. Sometimes a loss is so comprehensive, so demoralizing, that it changes the trajectory of a fighter's career forever. Meanwhile, Ditcheva has continued her meteoric rise, capturing the PFL Europe Championship and now competing on the global stage for a shot at the PFL World Championship and that life-changing $1 million prize. For those unfamiliar with Dakota Ditcheva's background, this performance shouldn't come as a surprise. The daughter of former kickboxing world champion Lisa Howarth, fighting literally runs in her blood. She credits her knockout power to her mother's genes, and after watching her demolish opponent after opponent, it's hard to argue with that assessment.
My dad's full Bulgarian, my mum's full English, yeah. I was born in Manchester, but I always walk out with like the England and Bulgarian flag together. I always make sure like on my Instagram or anything, all my socials are like England and Bulgaria because I go there a lot. I always try and go over and see family. I would like to take PFL Europe to Bulgaria one day. There's a lot of fight fans over there that get missed. So hopefully, I'll be able to do something like that. Just learned to write and read in Bulgarian too, which I haven't been able to do. So I just used to be able to talk and have a conversation, but now I can actually read and write. So
What sets Ditcheva apart in women's MMA is her finishing rate. To put this in perspective, legends like Amanda Nunes and Chris Cyborg had 6 stoppages in their first 9 fights. Ditcheva had 7. She's not just following in the footsteps of greatness, she's potentially surpassing it. The victory over Holm was particularly satisfying because it showcased every aspect of Ditcheva's game: the takedown defense, the clinch work, the striking precision, and most importantly, that killer instinct that separates champions from contenders. This is a fighter who celebrates knockouts by mimicking Erling Haaland's meditation pose. The confidence, the swagger, the absolute belief in her abilities is evident in everything she does. As we wrap up tonight's coverage, remember this moment. Remember the night Dakota Ditcheva turned pre-fight trash talk into post-fight silence. Remember how one perfectly placed body shot changed the trajectory of 2 careers.
Left hook that wobbled Santos. For the first time, the Brazilian's confidence showed cracks. Santos tried to recover and clinch, but Dakota's Muay Thai skills came alive. She delivered a crushing knee to the body, followed by a short elbow to the jaw that forced Santos to retreat. The tables had turned.
In combat sports, respect is earned through performance, not through words. And if Cornelia Holm learned anything that night in Paris, it's that some fighters are simply built differently. Dakota Ditcheva didn't just win a fight, she sent a message to every fighter in her division. The question isn't whether she can finish you, the question is how long you'll last. That's all for tonight's Combat Sports Central. Keep your gloves up, and we'll see you next time. Good night, fight fans.
I mean, I have just re-signed with PFL. We've come to a great agreement, and I'm going to look forward to the next few years together, so hopefully we can carry on.
Dakota Ditcheva announces re-signing with PFL, and what a way to celebrate a new contract. The 26-year-old Manchester native put on a striking clinic against Sumiko Inaba at PFL Champions Series in Cape Town, maintaining her perfect 15-0 professional record with a commanding unanimous decision victory.
The damage so far in this fight, it's been one-way trap.
Oh, nasty knee left the middle from Dakota.
This wasn't just any ordinary fight night. PFL Africa marked the first major MMA event to take place on the African continent, and Ditcheva delivered a performance worthy of the historic occasion. Fighting in front of an electric Cape Town crowd, the English striker dominated for 3 full rounds, using her trademark 8-limbed attack to systematically break down the tough Hawaiian veteran.
Get under the body, here's the elbow. Back elbow, and now a left hand. And she's showing off now.
Ditcheva's game plan was evident from the opening bell. Using her size and reach advantage, she consistently initiated clinch work, landing devastating knees and elbows that left Inaba's face battered and bruised. The Manchester fighter's precision striking was on full display as she mixed front kicks, body shots, and crisp combinations that kept Inaba on the defensive throughout.
And immediately Inaba blitzing forward. Front kick to the face.
But the victory didn't come without cost. Midway through the contest, Ditcheva appeared to signal to her corner about a hand injury. In an emotional post-fight interview, she confirmed her fears. "I think I've injured my left hand. I'm more gutted because I've been out for so long, and I've come back and I'm injured again."
Yeah, I think I've injured my left arm, but I think I'm just more gutted because I've been out for so long and then I've come back and I'm injured.
Despite fighting with what she believed to be a broken hand, Ditcheva never let up, showcasing the heart of a true champion as she cruised to scorecards of 30-27, 30-27, and 30-24. In perhaps the biggest news of the night, immediately following her victory, Ditcheva made a major announcement that will shape the future of women's MMA. "I have just re-signed with PFL," an emotional but determined Ditcheva revealed to the Cape Town crowd. "We've come to a great agreement, and I'm going to look forward to the next few years together."
I mean, I have just re-signed with PFL. We've come to a great agreement and I'm going to look forward to the next.
This multi-year deal solidifies Ditcheva's position as the face of PFL's women's division. Her timing couldn't be better. With former PFL star Kayla Harrison now competing in the UFC, Ditcheva has emerged as the promotion's biggest draw and most marketable athlete.
Fitting that you're here. We just talked to the bantamweight champion a moment ago, Raquel Pennington. Obviously, you're a factor now in this UFC bantamweight division.
You're damn right I am.
A huge statement. Let's hear the case. Like, you want the title fight next?
Yeah, of course I do. Listen, I don't think it's not like I'm 1-0. You know, like I've had a ton of fights. I have 2 Olympic gold medals, which nobody else in the sport can say.
It's true.
And now is my time. I'm the best. I know I'm the best. It doesn't matter when, it doesn't matter where. If I have to wait, I'll wait. I trust the UFC, I trust their vision, but I'm ready. And come hell or come high water, I'm gonna be a UFC champion.
The Manchester fighter's journey from PFL Europe champion to global superstar has been nothing short of remarkable, culminating in her 2024 PFL flyweight tournament victory with 4 consecutive stoppages. Let's break down what made this performance so dominant. Sumiko Inaba came in as a massive underdog, but her 8-2 record and reputation for toughness made her a credible test for Ditcheva's skills.
Fighting out of Maui, Hawaii. Oh, what a knockdown! What a knockout! Sumiko Inaba is 4-0 with her 3rd knockout win, getting it done in less than 1.
Beautiful setup. Sumiko Inaba is becoming a force.
Round 1 saw Inaba attempt to rush forward and create chaos, hoping to catch Ditcheva off guard. But the champion's fight IQ shone through, as she used her clinch game to slow down Inaba's aggression and begin landing those trademark knees. The second round belonged entirely to Ditcheva. A perfectly timed elbow stunned Inaba, followed by a flurry of strikes that had the Cape Town crowd on their feet. Credit to Inaba's durability. She weathered the storm and made it to the final round. Round 3 was where we saw Ditcheva's adaptability. Despite the hand injury limiting her punching output, she seamlessly transitioned to a kick-heavy attack, using her range to keep Inaba at bay while showboating for the appreciative South African crowd.
Great blast entry, but not moving her head. Inaba has to come up with a different offensive strategy. She can't do what she did in round number 1.
Inaba doing a better job than most opponents do of minimizing damage, but the damage is still coming through.
The numbers tell the story. This marked the first time in 6 fights that Ditcheva went the distance, ending her incredible 9-fight stoppage streak. But sometimes, championship-level performances aren't measured in finishes, they're measured in pure dominance. So what's next for the undefeated champion? Ditcheva's immediate future depends on the recovery timeline for her hand injury. However, when she's ready to return, a blockbuster showdown awaits.
You were part of the first ever women's fight in UFC history against Ronda Rousey. What do you remember about that fight? And like, what's the build-up? What happens? Can you tell us a story of like, you get the call from your manager, like from that point on?
Yeah, I mean, I woke up to missed calls from my manager, from my coach, and I'd had a rule about 9 to 9, like between 9 p.m. and 9 a.m. Don't text or call. I'm not going to answer it anyway. And I just like, everybody kind of knew the rules. So I'm like, all right, I have like 12 missed calls from all these different people, mixed text messages, something's going on. And they had called everybody else to offer a fight against Ronda Rousey, and I was the only one who was willing to say yes, the only one crazy enough to. And I did it without a doubt. Like, that was just an opportunity where it's, at that point, it was every woman's dream to be able to fight in the UFC. It didn't matter who it was against, it was the opportunity. Like, we all wanted to achieve that dream. That was the pinnacle that you could possibly achieve.
The winner of the upcoming PFL Flyweight Tournament final between Liz Carmouche and Gina Bishop on August 15th will earn the right to challenge Ditcheva for her title. Given her history with Bishop, whom she defeated en route to tournament victory, a rematch could provide compelling storylines. The immediate concern, however, is Ditcheva's hand. The extent of the injury and required recovery time remains unknown, potentially forcing another frustrating layoff for a fighter who had already voiced concerns about her 8-month absence from competition. Before we wrap up, let's check the social media reaction. Ditcheva took to Twitter following her victory with a message for her opponent. At Sumiko Inaba, nothing but respect for your toughness tonight. You pushed me for 15 minutes and showed why you belong on this stage. Thank you for the war, and I hope we can run it back when I'm 100%. Cape Town, you were incredible. Hashtag PFL Africa. Hashtag respect.
Get extra. Just bang on the door and open it up.
Very quickly, Dakota.
That's a long year, that, but it's worth it to have this. I'm not worried about the check.
Okay.
This.
All good. Really.
It's done. I'm going to take the straps off.
How does it feel to be 100 bags up?
I don't even care about that. I just wanted that belt. But, oh yeah, not good. First round I was hitting with it. I was thinking, oh my god. Oh.
Not dreaming.
I know. It's done. The tournament's done. To be honest, it's the whole life work.
The tweet has already garnered thousands of likes and retweets, showing the mutual respect between these two warriors. Dakota Ditcheva's performance at PFL Africa proved once again why she's considered the future of women's MMA. Despite fighting through injury, she delivered a masterclass in striking while securing her financial future with a new multi-year PFL contract. As she recovers from this hand injury, the entire MMA world will be watching and waiting for her return. When she does come back, you can bet the competition will be even more prepared for the striking storm that is dangerous Dakota Ditcheva.
Dakota Dangerous Ditcheva!
That's all for tonight's Fight Night recap. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time for more action from the world of combat sports.
When I compare my game to hers, you know, I just see levels above, skill levels above. She's no walkover, but I don't think she's on my level, and I'm going to show that in South Africa.
Come on in.
Down the fence.
We're ready.
So long and rangy.
Put away.
Dakota Ditcheva has sent a crystal clear warning message to Sumiko Inaba. You're not at my level. I'm above you. The undefeated British sensation is preparing to make her return to the cage after an 8-month layoff, and she's making it abundantly clear that she's ready to unleash months of pent-up aggression on her opponent.
Way to do it on July 19th. How excited are you to get back to fighting?
I am so excited. These guys have missed me for sure. They've been very vocal on social media, so I'm excited to finally get back in the cage and do what I do best.
All right, kind of take me through the fight that you have coming. What are you looking forward to? What can the good people in Cape Town look forward to?
Honestly, I'm just very glad to be part of the card. It's been a while, so I've been building up this. I don't know what I've been building up for the last 6 months, not being able to let anything out in the cage, not being able to beat anyone up, so it's going to be coming 10 times worth this time.
The 26-year-old flyweight champion will face Hawaii's Sumiko Inaba in the co-main event of PFL Africa on July 26th in Cape Town, South Africa. But this isn't just any fight. This is Ditcheva's statement that she remains the most dominant force in women's flyweight. Let's break down what promises to be an explosive encounter.
Winner. The fans have been asking for me and they've finally given me a fight, so I'm excited to get back out there, and it's going to be an amazing event, you know, first time in South Africa, Cape Town, so yeah, I'm excited just to get back in there as well. Everyone that's been there to support me all these years is obviously excited to see me back in, but then a whole new kind of crowd is going to be able to watch my skill. A lot of new fans.
Dakota Ditcheva isn't just confident, she's absolutely certain of her superiority. In an exclusive interview with DAZN News, the Manchester native made her intentions crystal clear. I am definitely the best flyweight in the world for sure. My skill level, my stoppages, everything, the whole package.
The only thing I really have heard is like the winner of that tournament might fight me at the end of the year, which is fine, but it leaves me a very long time without a fight. So I'm hoping that me and PFL can work something out before then and hopefully get me back in the...
But it's not just technical ability that sets Ditcheva apart. She possesses something that many fighters lack, a killer instinct that she traces back to her genetics. My mom's genes, that's what it is. She used to be a world champion, so I definitely feel like she gave me a cheat code. I have an aggression and a killer instinct that you don't see in a lot of fighters. A lot of people just come to fight, and I come in there to kill somebody.
Does disguise the limit.
How old were you when you first did any kind of martial arts?
I was 4.
In your first fight of any kind, how old were you?
4.
4 as well? Come on.
4, yeah.
That's I have a 6-year-old daughter. I would never put, what is going on over there? Call child services. Well, 4 years old?
It was in Thai boxing, yeah. So it wasn't head contact, it was like interclubs, but it was like decision fights. We've got some videos of me, and I was just as aggressive back then as I am now. Even as a kid, you could really see it in me, like through the videos.
Feeling happy, but there's always the downsides on it as well. But
the downside?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I always look at what I can improve on. My mum always says that to me as well. But
that mentality has served her well. In 14 professional fights, Ditcheva has never lost. More impressively, 13 of those victories have come by way of finish. None of her 9 PFL fights have gone to a decision, a statistic that speaks to her finishing ability. But now, after 8 months without a fight, she's ready to remind everyone why she's considered the most dangerous woman in the flyweight division.
Bye. Oh, what a knockdown! What a knockout! Sumiko Inaba is 4-0 with her 3rd knockout win, getting it done in less than...
Sumiko Inaba enters this fight with an 8-1 record, representing a legitimate threat to Ditcheva's perfect streak. The 34-year-old Hawaiian brings veteran experience and striking prowess to the table. Ditcheva acknowledges her opponent's credentials, particularly her striking background, and her time in Bellator before the PFL merger. Very good striker. She's been around for a while in Bellator before it merged with the PFL. I know that she's going to come and bring a lot of striking into the game, which is good for me. That's what I want.
Be an example. I quite like it.
Like if the UFC went away, the PFL will probably take up the slack. PFL is going to get people to pay attention. There's one who's really interesting, who's this monster. She's terrifying.
Big fight coming up July 19th against Sumiko Inaba.
Dangerous is back in the cage, and she's going to bring the violence. So don't blink. It's good to be back. She's a little bit more of a striker than she is a grappler. I feel like she does both, but she will stand and strike. So could be a good striking match. We'll see. She's definitely going to bring it. You have to take girls like that serious because they've got nothing to lose as well, But super nice girl too, but we're fighting each other now, so I guess that doesn't matter. Her record's 8-1, so you've got to take girls like that serious. She's not somebody that hasn't proven herself for sure, so it's nice to be back in camp again, full of bruises, just taking it fight by fight. And like me and PFL are in talks at the moment still.
The confidence in Ditcheva's voice is unmistakable. She's not looking to avoid a striking battle, she's welcoming it. This speaks to her evolution as a fighter and her belief that she can beat anyone at their own game. But Inaba shouldn't be underestimated. As a veteran of the Bellator flyweight division, she's faced high-level competition and knows how to navigate big fights. Her striking credentials make her a live underdog in this match. The question is, can Inaba's experience and striking ability overcome Ditcheva's relentless pressure and finishing instinct? When asked for her prediction, Ditcheva didn't hesitate. Her answer was as direct as her fighting style. A stoppage, for sure. They've left me 8 months without a fight. I've got a lot of things to let out, so it's going to be crazy. I'd say round 1. I want to say round 1.
Has the potential to be a superstar. She understands the media game, right? She knows exactly when to switch off that savage and become the sweetheart again. She's got the look, she's got the charisma, and when you have that, plus the ability to knock women out.
8 months is a long time for any fighter, but for someone with Ditcheva's aggressive style and need for action, it's an eternity. That pent-up energy and frustration could spell disaster for Inaba. This fight takes place on the inaugural PFL Africa card in Cape Town, South Africa, a historic event that will be overseen by Francis Ngannou. For Ditcheva, being part of this landmark event adds another layer of significance. I'm excited. It's crazy to think that I'm going to South Africa. It's very far, but I'm happy to be part of the first event there. We're going to kick it all off again.
Big fight coming up July 19th against Sumiko Inaba.
Dangerous is back in the cage and she's going to bring the violence. So don't blink. It's good to be back. She's a little bit more of a striker than she is a grappler. I feel like she does both, but she will stand and strike. So could be a good striking match. We'll see. She's definitely going to bring it. You have to take girls like that serious because they've got nothing to lose as well, you know. But super nice girl too, but we're fighting each other now, so I guess that doesn't matter. Her record's 8-1, so, you know, you've got to take girls like that serious. She's not, you know, somebody that hasn't proven herself for sure. So it's nice to be back in camp again, full of bruises, just taking it fight by fight. And like me and PFL are in talks at the moment still. We're still figuring a few things out. So, you know, I haven't really got much direction just yet, but I know that they are going to keep me busy. They have to. So you will see me fight again this year for sure. Obviously, the company itself is going through a lot of changes. Like I said last time, the tournament's very different fighters, different contracts.
The stakes extend beyond just this single fight. Ditcheva has expressed frustration with the PFL's championship structure, feeling that despite winning the world tournament, she's not being treated as the reigning champion. A dominant performance against Inaba would send a clear message to the promotion and the division. At just 26 years old, Dakota Ditcheva has already established herself as one of the faces of women's MMA, but she's not satisfied with her current level. Still progress. I have a lot of learning to do. I still get beat in the gym. I still get humbled all the time. I feel like I've got a lot more to give and a lot more to learn, for sure. I'm still only turning 27 soon, and I feel like I'm going to reach my peak when I get to 30.
Like PFL Africa, PFL MENA, they've got so many things going on. So I think they're just figuring out what's going on as much as I'm trying to figure out what's going on with me as well. So I'm just trusting the process, concentrating on this fight. I'm happy to be back out there. And
Dakota Ditcheva's message to Sumiko Inaba couldn't be clearer. She believes she's operating on a different level, and she's prepared to prove it in devastating fashion on July 26th. With 13 finishes in 14 fights and a perfect record that she's determined to keep intact, Ditcheva enters this fight as the heavy favorite. But in MMA, anything can happen, and Inaba will be looking to pull off the upset that would shake the flyweight division to its core.
Violence.
Will Ditcheva's prediction of a first-round stoppage come true? Can Inaba's striking and veteran experience overcome the British phenom's relentless pressure? We'll find out when PFL Africa makes history in Cape Town. That's all for this edition of MMA Tonight. Don't forget to tune in on July 26th for what promises to be an unforgettable night of fights. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
The striking on display is really, really remarkable.
Dakota Ditcheva is a prodigious striking sensation fighting for the legacy of her family.
While Dakota Ditcheva sends a clear warning message to the combat sports elite, the 26-year-old British sensation isn't just chasing victories, she's chasing immortality. Dakota Ditcheva embraces Khabib's legacy in pursuit of MMA greatness. And tonight we'll break down why this undefeated fighter believes she can achieve what many consider impossible in modern MMA. From Manchester to global stardom, from a $1 million 0-cents tournament win to dreams of an undefeated legacy, this is the Dakota Ditcheva story.
I don't want to ask you when Dakota Ditcheva is going to be in the UFC, but I get the feeling this woman is going to make a lot of money. All hail Dakota Ditcheva, increasingly a face of women's MMA.
She is very, very good and very, very dangerous and really is the full package, right? A good looking girl who is good with the mic and she does her business inside the cage. And she's extremely violent. I mean, she is a finisher through and through. By the time she gets into the UFC, she's going to be a big problem for anyone out there.
Dakota Ditcheva isn't just another rising star. She's a fighter with a vision that defies conventional wisdom. At 26 years old, she's already the youngest champion in PFL history, but that's just the beginning of her ambitious plan.
And the body work, and that'll do it!
Dangerous Dakota Ditcheva.
This is my year to win the championships because
she's definitely a special talent.
That's what I've set myself to do, and I will achieve it.
That's kind of just what happens when I fight. It's just natural.
Currently sitting at 14-0 with an incredible 13 finishes, 12 by knockout and 1 submission, Ditcheva is channeling the mindset of legends like Khabib Nurmagomedov and Floyd Mayweather. both retired undefeated, and that's exactly what she plans to do. People always say there'll always be someone there who can beat you, but who says? Why do people say that? Why accept you're going to get beat at one point? It's not the mentality you should have.
I know that they are going to keep me busy. They have to. So you will see me fight again this year for sure. I think we're just, obviously the company itself is going through a lot of changes. Like I said last time, the tournament's very different fighters, different contracts. Like obviously PFL Africa, PFL MENA, they've got so many things going on. So I think they're just figuring out what's going on as much as I'm trying to figure out what's going on with me as well. So I'm just trusting the process, concentrating on this fight. I'm happy to be back out there, and we'll see what's next.
This isn't just confidence talking, it's a calculated strategy. Khabib went 29-0, dominating legends like Conor McGregor and Dustin Poirier before retiring at the peak of his powers. Mayweather achieved 50-0 across boxing, becoming a near billionaire in the process. Ditcheva sees no reason why she can't follow that blueprint. She's already thinking beyond 15-0, visualizing records of 30-0, even 60-0. In an era where most fighters expect to taste defeat eventually, Ditcheva's absolute refusal to accept that reality sets her apart.
Rapid fire. So you're high on Dakota Ditcheva. Do you think she can compete against Tracy Cortez?
Yes, that'd probably be the most watched women's fight in MMA history because they're both hot. But yeah, she would beat Tracy.
Jessica Andrade.
A more difficult fight, but yes, Dakota would win.
Thug Rose.
Yes, Thug Rose is old.
Natalia Silva.
I'm very high on Natalia. I'm going to say no. It'd be close, but no.
Macy Barber.
Yes, Macy sucks. She's annoying.
Erin Blanchfield.
No, Blanchfield's just a beast on the ground.
Manon Fiorot.
No, she's a computer. She'll figure out how to beat Dakota.
Alexa Grasso.
Yes, Dakota has better striking.
Valentina Shevchenko.
Closer fight than what people would think, but yes. Valentina's getting older. Dakota's just now getting started. She's better. I don't know if I want to say she's a better striker. I think either way, she would get it done. I'll leave it at that.
Zhang Weili.
Yeah. I'm going to say, yeah, Dakota's bigger.
But before any talk of legendary status, Ditcheva faces her most immediate challenge. On July 19th, she returns to action for the first time in 7 months, taking on Sumiko Inaba in Cape Town, South Africa. This bout serves as the co-main event of PFL's debut at the Grand West Arena, with Johnny Eblen versus Costello Van Steenis headlining the card. Also featured is high flyer AJ McKee facing Ahmed Magomedov.
I'm just super excited just to get in the cage. I just wanted to fight.
She just loves to fight 3 or 4 times a year. Thank you and best of luck. There is only one. Dakota Ditcheva fighting July 19th in Cape Town, South Africa.
For Ditcheva, this represents more than just another fight. It's her first step back into the octagon since her spectacular $1 million 0 cents tournament victory. The 7-month layoff could be a concern for some fighters, but Ditcheva has used the time wisely. It's going to be a really good matchup. Nobody can say Tevana has not proven herself. I've seen her around. I have taken it seriously.
Big fight coming up July 19th against Sumiko Inaba.
Dangerous is back in the cage and she's going to bring the violence. So don't blink. It's good to be back. She's a little bit more of a striker than she is a grappler. I feel like she does both, but she will stand and strike. So could be a good striking match. We'll see. She's definitely going to bring it. You have to take girls like that serious because they've got nothing to lose as well, you know. But super nice girl too, but we're fighting each other now, so I guess that doesn't matter. Her record's 8-1, so, you know, you've got to take girls like that serious. She's not, you know, somebody that hasn't proven herself for sure. So it's nice to be back in camp again, full of bruises, just taking it fight by fight. And like me and PFL are in talks at the moment still. We're still figuring a few things out. So, you know, I haven't really got much direction just yet, but I know that they are going to keep me busy. They have to. So, you will see me fight again this year for sure. Obviously, the company itself is going through a lot of changes. Like I said last time, the tournament's very different fighters, different contracts, like PFL Africa, PFL MENA. They've got so many things going on. So I think they're just figuring out what's going on as much as I'm trying to figure out what's going on with me as well.
Inaba represents a legitimate test, a proven competitor who can't be overlooked. For Ditcheva, this fight will advance her record to 15-0 if successful, keeping her undefeated dream alive while setting up bigger opportunities later in the year. Success breeds ambition, and Ditcheva's ambitions extend far beyond the octagon. She's envisioning something unprecedented in MMA history, headlining at Manchester City's Etihad Stadium.
Dakota's skills. She is one of the most spiteful strikers that we've ever seen in the PFL.
The 53,000 capacity venue has hosted boxing before, with Ricky Hatton defeating Juan Lazcano there in 2008. But no MMA fighter has ever headlined the iconic stadium. Ditcheva wants to be the first. Fighting at the Etihad is my dream. We'll have the full Manchester City team in attendance. I might even have Pep Guardiola in the corner and have him walk me out. This isn't just hometown pride talking, it's strategic thinking. Ditcheva recognizes that Guardiola's tactical mindset and championship mentality could translate to MMA. The three-time Champions League winner's approach to strategy and mental preparation aligns with what it takes to remain undefeated at the highest level.